I feel like it would be. I don't know if fun is the right word for it, but like, I don't know. There's something that just seems like that might be kind of fun just to say, I flipped a car 4 times down the front stretch. It just kind of seems
Yeah.
like it'd be kind of fun to me. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Checkered Roots podcast. My name is X-EskridgeRacing, and I do appreciate you joining us. Today we have a good interview here. I'm looking forward to it. We have Mr. Chase Wehr. Yeah, I'm excited to hear about Chase's story and where he comes from and what got him into racing. So without further ado, let's get him in here. Chase, how are you doing today, sir?
Good.
Good,
How are
man.
you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. It was another brutally hot day here in Kansas City. It seems to be the common theme here these days. So brutally hot. Where I'm sitting in my studio now, I'm kind of wiping sweat from underneath my eyes, but um, hope everything's going good. Where are you from again?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Is it hot up in Pennsylvania this time of year?
It's hotter. It's only like 89 to 90
That
right
sounds
now.
nice.
So,
Is it pretty humid up that way?
not usually, but like it's been humid like the last couple weeks.
Sure. Well, cool, man. Well, let's get into this. And what you told us where you're from. Why don't you tell us what you race? What you do for work if you work, and kind of give us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I race 600 micros. So it's a chassis that is purposely built for the class we race, and then it's a motorcycle engine with some like stuff done to the motor. And then we run fuel injected injections. Mine's from Ghoul Motors. There's like a bunch of other ones that you can get. And then I work at this place called Storm Chassis. It's like a chassis manufacturer for all kinds of different chassis for like quarter midgets to junior sprints. And I just assemble the parts for customers or build the chassis and set them up for the people. So.
Very cool. What is I've never and I'm new to dirt racing myself, but what is what is a 600 kind of equivalent to? Is that so it's a micro sprint, but is that I guess you said it's a super bike engine, so is that a 600 cc engine that runs on
Yeah.
them or okay. That makes sense. And those are and again, I'm super new to this, and some other people who just follow asphalt or something like that might be as well. But the micro sprints, why are they called? Do you know why they're called micro sprints? Are they super small, or is it just because of the smaller engines, or how does that work?
So I'm not really sure why they're called micros. I've all my friends like started racing them, and then I got into it, and I was like, yeah, I want to go micro racing. My dad's like, let's go if you want to do it. So but I'm not really sure. But it's a 600. It's off the bike. You go get it tuned up a little bit. You put it in the car and you go race. And um, yeah, I'm not really sure why they're called micros.
Yeah, no, fair enough, no worries. So you kind of described it a little bit as I one of my questions that I like to ask people is what got you into racing? Like what started that passion for you? It sounds like some of your buddies were doing it and that kind of made you want to go that route, but is that something that you'd always kind of wanted to do or was that something you just kind of wanted to do with your friends?
So my dad used to work on dirt modifieds, like the Northeast dirt modifieds, not like the UMP ones. The Northeast like big blocks.
Mhm.
And my dad used to work on those. He was crew guy, crew chief. And then he got out and I started he's like, you want to go quarter midget race? And I was like, sure. So we raced quarter midgets for like 9 to 10 years, and then we got into it's like a 125 micro. It it has like the two stroke 125 motors like from a dirt bike. So we ran that for a year and a half, and then we kind of did a lot in it. Like we were like the top of the class, and my dad's like, "You're not doing like it's not proving you anything anymore." Like we were the tops. Like he's like, "Let's go to the next thing." So then the next thing was 600 micros. So we went to that, and we've been in that for 2 years now.
Very cool. Are you enjoying the jump that you made to the 600 micros? Do you like the 600 micros as compared to like the smaller ones?
Yeah, so this current stuff is like it's more competitive. There's like you go to a racetrack. The one track near us runs on a Wednesday called Kutztown. We race there every week almost, and there's 50 cars there, and 30 of them can win on a regular night.
Oh wow. Oh, super competitive field then.
Yeah.
Is it a pretty is it do you think that the reason that is it like a relatively cost affordable series to get into? Because it sounds like kind of like a stepping stone. So is that a more cost effective, I guess, to what would be like normal sprint cars then?
Yeah. So it's like a lot cheaper way to go to racing, and you can run it from 14 to from 12 to 13 to up to like I know 50-year-olds that are still race micros. So and then a lot of them use as a stepping stone from quarter midgets to sprint cars. Like they'll use that as a stepping stone to go to sprint car racing.
Very cool. So that kind of that's a good little transition into another question I'd have for you is what is next for Chase Wehr? Like where do you want to go? What is the next step you want to take, or are you happy in the 600s?
So right now, like I'm good with the micro stuff. We're actually trying to build a new car for next year. So, but if the micro stuff's done, like me and my dad will do the micro stuff. If someone comes along and wants to go, like needs a driver for sprint cars, like I'll go drive a sprint car. But for me and my dad, it's just micro racing is gonna be the bottom, like that's gonna be top. So.
Sure. Sure. So have you gotten the opportunity to do that yet? Have you gotten a chance to drive the sprint cars or anything like that?
No, not yet. I'm hoping to maybe someday.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be super cool, man. No, that'd be super cool. What is what is the biggest thing for you that keeps you coming back? Like what is that passion for you, or what do you love most about racing, or what's something that just keeps drawing you back into it?
Just like running good. Like we ran good so far. Like we junked the car this year already, but like other than that, like we're running with the best right now in PA, and we're running. I think we finished sixth the one night. We were running third the one night on a rough racetrack and broke a chain. Like we were gonna run probably third to second, and then it's also like the nights that you start 25th, like some nights, and you drive up to 16th, and you're like, we had a fast car, just nowhere to go. Like the whole track was blocked, and it's like the nights that you go from 25th. Like one night we went 25th, we were on seventh, and a guy spun out. We were already committed to the top, and had nowhere to go, and you just have to either spin the car out to avoid the wreck or you drive right into it. And I was like, I spun the car. I was like, I'm not gonna wreck stuff for no reason. So,
Sure. You mentioned that you wadded up a car and you might have junked a car. What happened with all that?
so we started on the pole of the heat race, and I went into one, and I grabbed a little bit too much brake. Like I used the brake to set the car up to enter the corner, and I grabbed a little too much brake and spun the car out. Went back to eighth, was driving back up through, was passing for fourth, and we came off of four side by side, and I just got like kind of pinched up into the wall and went flipping down the front stretch down to one, and it
Damn.
drunk the car. So
So you've flipped them before. That was gonna be.
yeah,
I know that these sprint cars and maybe micro sprints. Like I said, I don't know a lot about them, but are they pretty prone to flipping? It seems like a common thing with that.
yeah, yeah. Like it's kind of like a wingless sprint car. Like you hit a wheel or something, or a wing, even a sprint car. Like you hit a wheel, you're gonna 95% of the time go for a ride,
Huh.
and even if you're racing side by side with someone, you probably are.
Interesting. Is that hurt? Does it hurt when you go flipping down the straightaway, or are you kind of packed in there tight enough to where you don't really? You're just kind of rolling.
So like me, like under every yellow, like I'm loosening up my belts, tying them down. Like I make sure I'm tight in the car. Like quarter midgets, when I flipped in a quarter midget, like that was harder. But you're just sitting on a piece of metal, like a little bit of uh stuff you're saying on the micro stuff. Like when you flip, it doesn't hurt that much. Like you're in a seat, like you're not rolling around. I'm also tight, and the seat's like built to me, so like I'm not like moving around in the seat. So like I'm there, and I put my arms like this, make sure I didn't break my arm or get my hand
Right.
caught on the steering wheel, and I was like, we're rolling. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's. I feel like it would be. I don't know if fun is the right word for it, but like, I don't know. There's something that just seems like that might be kind of fun just to say, I flipped a car 4 times down the front stretch. It just kind of seems
Yeah.
like it'd be kind of fun to me.
The best part was it was a night that the USAC sprint cars were there. So it was on Flow and we went viral. So
Oh, there you go. See? Look
yeah,
at there. It's not all bad.
nah, not
That
the way I want to go famous, but it worked, I guess.
right, right. Yeah, hell yeah, man. You gotta roll a car on nationally broadcast TV, dude. That's badass. That's super cool. What's one of the craziest stories you have from the racetrack? I've learned that there's a lot of good ones out there. I didn't know if you had any good crazy stories or that you would not believe this shit kind of story. Do you have anything like that?
Um, I guess I got one. We were racing. I think it was back when I raced quarter midgets. We were racing, and um, we started towards the front, drove up, was passing for the lead, got chopped, spun out, went back, drove back up through, got wrecked and spun out. I went from the front to the back like 3 times and still won the race. So that was
Damn.
pretty good. But the quarter midget fields back then are like even now like there's only 10 cars. It's not like there's 25, 30 cars in the field. So, but I still felt pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, man. I mean, you still, even if I don't care if there's 5 cars out there, you still had to
Yeah,
pass 5 people 3 different
yeah,
times to like that's domination. I know you might not have won by 3 straightaways, but like that's
yeah,
domination to keep passing them that many times, man. That's awesome.
yeah.
Um, what kind of advice would you give to someone who's in my shoes who is looking to get into the sport, doesn't come from a background of racing, doesn't have, endless money or anything like that, doesn't have endless resources? What kind of advice would you give to somebody who's trying to get into this sport and trying to get into racing as a whole?
Just work hard and find someone like relatable, not someone like find someone relatable. Find someone who you can trust to like give you ideas. Like there's people who I listen to that like are my best friends that I listen to. I go to them. I'm like, what would you do like for the track like this? And they tell me, and I do it, and it works 75% of the time, 95% of the time. And then there's like now anymore, like I just tell my dad, hey, this is what I feel like. I think we should do this, this, and this, and it works. So, um, but just find someone that you can talk to, like a buddy. Like I was lucky when I got into the 600 stuff. I already had friends who were doing it, so like their dads kind of gave me advice on where to start with the car, this and that. So just like find someone like that that you can find and talk to.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. That makes a lot of sense, and hopefully, once I do get on track and all that stuff. I have luckily I've been meeting a lot of really cool people through this whole interview process and everything like that. So I know that I'll have some people in my corner, and hopefully I can use that, and hopefully everybody can find something like what you had where they have a community behind them to help them out.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. Well, that's kind of my questions that I have for you, but something I like to do kind of towards the end of these is just kind of open it up to you. If there's something that you want to talk about or a piece of your story that we didn't get to touch on very much, or social media where we can find your sponsors that you need to talk about or anything like that, I'll open up the floor to you.
Yeah. So for like Instagram and TikTok, just Chase_Racing 22, and then for Facebook, just Chase Wehr Racing, and then some of my sponsors, um, a lot of them like I couldn't do it without them, like with racing and stuff. I can't think. LaJoy Seating, Hyper Racing, um, Dave Hohenshow Welding, Gould Motors, Islands Performance, Messer Transport, Roselli Racing, JKD Designs, $5 Wrap Guy, Guy Grows It, JNR Ice Cream Repair, Ice Machine Repair, sorry.
You're fine.
And yeah, that's all.
Oh, it's awesome, man. That sounds like you have a village behind you. That's awesome to have that much
Yeah.
support. And I know that it does get expensive, and so sponsorship definitely helps. But it sounds like did you have plenty of people willing to stand behind you and help you through it, man? So super happy
Yeah.
to hear that for you.
Thank you.
But well, cool, man. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me. I really, really do appreciate you sharing your experiences and kind of your future plans. And I hope that someone calls you tomorrow and tells you they want you to come race a sprint car, dude. I think that you're gonna get there. So, but best of luck with the rest of the season and in your 600 micros, and hopefully plenty more wins and top features, and try to stay off of flipping on flow racing and find a win on flow racing, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you and have a great rest of your night.
Thank you.